Hi everyone, I'm making you another screencast so that I can explain the directions and my expectations for reading response number 5. So as you guys are getting used to, every week I present you a new, or every 2 weeks when you do these reading responses, I give you a new literacy strategy. And this week you are going to be completing what's called a double entry journal. I love double entry journals, and I don't want to presume, but a lot of you probably have done something like this before because it is a pretty well-known and tried and true literacy strategy that I've been using for many, many years. And if you scroll down, you can see what the journal format looks like. So it's right here. So basically, in a double entry journal, which I also abbreviate DEJ, the DEJs, you can copy and paste this table into your own document. And on the left-hand side, you are going to be collecting information. In this time, we're not going to be doing any readings, but you're going to be watching videos. So as you watch the videos, you want to collect information on the left-hand side. That's basically without any of your opinion. You're just basically going to be watching 4 videos about these teachers, and you're going to be writing down what they are doing. So a little bit more about this, but I just wanted to kind of show you what a double entry journal look like right there. And then on the right hand side, you're going to write your personal reactions, and I'll speak a little bit more about that. But let's go back up here. So again, I hope that you will use double entry journals in your future classroom. So that's why I always want you to experience these literacy strategies before you use them as teachers. So again, even though this is a popular one, I do want to make sure this semester you experience it. So the big idea of what you're going to be looking at for this assignment is what effective teachers do. That's kind of the theme. And I want you to start taking notes on what you think was effective or not effective when you review these videos. One way that you're going to help yourself understand what can be effective is by understanding the constructivism theory a little bit more. So if you go on Lalima, I also have another PDF file for you to open, and it's right here. So open this up, and you'll notice that it's this graphic organizer, which is like a cluster map that allows us to look at all of these words that are associated with constructivism theory. Now, constructivism and theories can be very academic, and a lot of people can get tied down in reading about them for hours and hours. As you know, like Lev Vygotsky writes a lot about constructivism. But I wanted to give you this handout because I think it's so easy to start looking at. If you go into a classroom and you notice any of these types of descriptions in the classroom, that means that teacher is operating out of some idea that theoretically they believe that students learn best by constructing their knowledge by doing all these things. So this is what constructivism looks like. So when I want you to either print this out or have this handy when you watch the videos, because I want you to start noting, are the teachers that you're going to be viewing in these videos, are they operated from a constructivist background? So for example, if you're watching the video and you see that the teacher is actively engaging students, whoops, I'm not sure what happened there, then that would be a hint that that teacher probably believes a little bit in constructivism. If the teacher is offering hands-on experience, you might not see much about their assessment, but again, if you go into a classroom, if they use portfolios versus standardized tests, that might be an idea of constructivism. Do you see students sharing? Do you see that the lessons are student-centered versus teacher-centered? How is the teacher facilitating learning, or are they just getting up in front of the class and talking for a long time and not facilitating any conversations? Again, you're going to see in a constructivist-minded classroom collaboration. So just, I won't read all of these, but they're pretty self-explanatory, but just look at all of these characteristics of what it actually looks like in action. But notice that the word active engagement is very close to the center here, and that's why I named our course called Engaging the Adolescent Learner, because people that are coming from a constructivist view want their students to be engaged. So keep this handy when you are watching the video. So we'll go back to the assignment. So with with the constructivism handout out, you're going to watch this first video. This video is very brief. It's actually a clip, just a very short clip from a well-known movie in the 1980s called Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Some of you may have seen it, some of you may have never heard of it, and that's okay. But when you watch the clip, you're going to be seeing a scene of an economics teacher who's teaching a group of high school students. Again, when you watch, you're going to create a double entry journal. So you'll want to write the title, the Ferris Bueller clip up here, and you'll want to take notes. Tell me in your notes what this teacher is doing. And then I want you to record a quote or summarize what you noticed, especially in this short video. You might just want to write a quick summary. And then on the right hand side, I want to hear your personal reactions. What did you think of this teaching? Did you think it was effective or not? Did this teacher have a belief in constructivism theories based on the evidence from that constructivist handout that I just reviewed? So that would be your first double entry journal. So you want to have one for the first video. Then you want to recreate another double entry journal for the second video, where you're going to be watching another economics teacher. These are both social studies examples, but I still think there's a lot to gain from this. But this is another social studies teacher who's teaching about the Gilded Age, some economics to his students. Again, using the same method, write down what you hear the teacher saying and what the students are doing, and then begin to make those connections on the right-hand side, describing your response, your conclusion. Do you think this teacher was practicing constructivism theories? Why or why not? What evidence was there? Again, do these same things for the third and fourth video. The third and fourth video is actually the National Teacher of the Year. I believe she was 2014's National Teacher of the Year. Sarah, she's a teacher laureate for the Teaching Channel. She's an English language arts teacher, and I want you to see what you notice about her practice in these two videos. Again, take notes and take ideas from the constructivist handout. Do you think that she's effective or ineffective, and why? So again, you will have a total of 4 double entry journals for your final product, because you'll have one for each video. What is the length? That, depending on how long the video is, I imagine the first one being a little bit shorter since it's a shorter video. The other 3 are a little bit longer. Again, don't worry so much about length. Just make sure that you can show me that you have thoughtfully and deeply connected to these videos, and that there's evidence that you did view them carefully, and that you have created your response on the right side. Again, what do you notice about constructivism theory? Make sure that that comes through. That's what really separates the A's from the B's and from the C's. Make sure that you use that evidence. Okay, so that is the first part of this reading response. 4 videos, 4 double entry journals. Then, and oh, here's one other note. Please ensure that your double entry accomplishes these 2 goals. Again, it should demonstrate that you clearly that you have viewed each video carefully and thoughtfully, and it should show your reflection that you're thinking about the dispositions, the knowledges, and practices of a growing effective teacher. Again, I want you to observe these for not just the purpose of this assignment. This is for your teaching career. This is for you to go, oh, I didn't think that was effective. Mental note, I don't ever want to do that in my classroom someday. And wow, that teacher in video number blank was very effective for these reasons, and this inspired me. This is what you're going to do as an effective teacher. Okay, so that's part 1. The next part is you're going to be viewing 4 more videos. So I hope you don't have video fatigue afterwards. But again, I view hundreds and hundreds of videos to prepare for these assignments, and I just absolutely thought these were very informational about the ideas of interdisciplinary planning. They present a lot of different perspectives of interdisciplinary planning. So please watch these, and I just want you to take some brief notes, at least 4 to 6, 7 sentences, you know, depending on your writing style, but just what resonates, what did you relate to when you watched these 4 videos, 4 brief statements about each of these, and hopefully the main goal is that it inspires you to start thinking about schools that adopt interdisciplinary teaching methods, and what you get from those. And we'll be discussing this way further in class. But just see what you get, what inspired you. Also write your concerns or anything else as it relates to maybe your concerns as well. But I hope that you get a lot from those, because we're going to be launching our interdisciplinary unit in class soon, and I'm excited for you to learn about these types of methods, and these might inform you as you move forward in the interdisciplinary assignment. Okay, so I think that's it. As always, email me or contact me if you have any further questions or concerns about this reading response and how to complete it. I think it's pretty straightforward, but hopefully these tips helped you as you, I would presume, are just getting into this assignment and wanting to complete it. I look forward to reading your responses. Thank you.